Maximus Analysis here for September 1st, 2016, and we had another one of those run up, run down, sideways, painful type of moves going on within the market. Almost to the point where I was tweeting, actually, when we got down to 2162 level, I said, please don't let it hold this level and go back to 2170 by the end of close. And if we go on the 15-minute, again, it's looking at the intraday, you can see I said please don't hold this level, and they did, and they went up almost to 2170. So tomorrow's a big day in regards to the jobs number at 8:30, so we'll kind of get some move there. Again, people don't know if that's going to be correlated with the Fed having to raise rates if the job number is over 200 or something. It's being talked about a lot. I'm just trying to do my best to just focus on price action. So the weekly, we can see that again, the 2160 level and the 2186 level has been the resistance. And right now, right now, I want to see if they're going to get below this 2152 level, 2151 level. Again, they break the 2141 level, and that gives you a monthly sell signal. Now, remember that yesterday, we spoke about this being a very, very tight month. This month right here, this candle, this is the monthly candle for the ES. You can see that this monthly candle is very, 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 very tight range, and a break of 2141 is giving a monthly sell signal, a monthly break of a previous bar. So again, we will continue to watch this and see what happens. Again, we'll see. We know that our levels that we'll be watching when the pullback starts is the 2193.5 level and the 2050 level. Again, if they hold through that, we will continue to watch exactly what happens for the rest of the month. But I still believe that the retracement is coming and would not be going long here, just because I just would not be going long here. So you got a lot of, let me look at some of the financial names. I'll continue with the indexes as I typically do. So the NQ, again, we have another very tight range. And if we look at the daily time frame, again, you just have a very, very tight range as well. You're looking at the YM, it's pretty much flat. Going, you can see this is a doji candle, which a lot of people will be looking to see if they break above these highs tomorrow. But again, I'm willing to wait and let the week close out, looking at the weekly time frame, because again, they would have to get to 17,900 level, or see if they can get back into a level that is more uncomfortable for most. And I think there's a bunch of stops they still have to squeeze out beneath these levels. And they also line up with these previous highs as well. So people trading the breakout have been probably toasted using the 30-day options. Again, the frustration is more just because it's just been sideways. And let me tell you something just from a psychological level, okay? Because a lot of people talk about the trading and all this, but it's not just technical analysis, but it's also the being able to master the most difficult indicator or piece of trading, which is what is between your ears. What is to say that I am not, it might look like this trade is going. Now, if you guys look and have access to a newsletter, I put this newsletter out, I think on July 22nd, and said, do not chase here. And we are all the way to September, and it made sense, but there was a lot of people that could not get past, I am missing out. And you really haven't missed out on much. So, psychologically speaking, it has been very difficult to sit on your hands and not do anything. But again, cash was probably the best position if you're looking at the overall markets, because they just have not moved. So congratulations again. And again, it's a big deal to me, and it should be a big deal to you, that you are able to sit on your hands, because a lot of people, I've been getting a ton of PMs on, I hate this damn market. Will the Fed make up their rates? I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, you'll have these feelings. That's a psychological feeling that I'm not doing anything. My cash is not working. But it's better to have these venting than you say, I got into the ES long, to hell with it, because I just want to be able to buy a whole strategy. Or the hell with it, I'm just going to go in because they're not going to pull this thing back, or they're not going to raise rates, or I'm going to chase this trade because I haven't traded in 4 to 5 weeks. Do nothing is actually more, until you get your setup. And again, that's the psychological portion, which you probably felt the most in your trading in a while, because this has been a painfully sideways week, month. So kudos to you, but understanding the market psychology is probably one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't speak about, because everybody wants action versus taking the proper trade. So enough of that. You can see that CL had a pretty rough day today, and we've been talking about, again, if you took the long and you had the long down here, and if you had your stop, you got stopped out and you're waiting for the position to give you another opportunity. And that's it. We'll just wait and we'll see if it comes to the 200-day moving average, what it does at this level, and we'll see exactly what it does at this 38.09 level. That is a big level for me, and it came up quickly. And again, this is another reason why you don't chase. A lot of people took the long, at 47.45 and now are getting stopped and saying the market is rigged. They were looking at this tight flag, but I was more looking at the weekly time frame to say, okay, we're up 3 weeks in a row. Just roll your stop up. Roll your stop up and you had a good trade. But not to add at this point, because quite honestly, if you started here, you have to put your stop below this 40.61 area, which many were not going to do, give a $5 stop. And they're coming and running all of that right now. So big deal is that I didn't want them to come and break the second low. So we'll see if they come back to retest. Now if they retest and come back above this original buy signal here, we will look to take the position with a stop below this 38.09. Again, we have to look at price action and continue going from there. So again, looking at the dollar, you can see that the dollar is still holding strong, and we want to see what it looks like going holding these levels and where it's going to close at for the end of this week. And tomorrow, you're really going to know where the dollar is going to move, depending on what happens with if there's any type of Fed movement. That's the underlying key that I really want to see what's going on. You have also gold, again, coming to better. This is actually pretty good. I actually would. This is a better price point. I'm going to look and see what my levels are, but you're layering above previous highs, and I want to see where this closes. I prefer it to be at the 1287, but I'll continue to watch this one as well. Again, I want the price to come to my level versus me trying to set up things. And big mover today, and I'll probably stop this video just on this equity, is Tesla got crushed. It's testing the 50% retracement of the bigger move. Now, I also wanted to tell you, this is why I like to give I like to see more on my charts. I used to be one of those guys, you probably know one of those guys that just has this on their chart. This is it. And they're like, all right, it's choppy, I don't know where it's going to go. High volume, but I don't know where it's going to go. And they're trading just these couple months. It could be even on the daily. I don't care. I don't want just a couple months of data. Okay, I want to see more. Again, this is probably a lot of information for a lot of people, because they don't even pull their chart back, and they're only saying, okay, I want 6 months worth of information, and they go to 6 months, but that's it. I suggest you really take your time and look at the bigger picture of what's going on and see where you are, versus just looking at just this little blip of information going on here. So Tesla's testing this 200, this psychological 200 area, and we'll see. Again, it's breaking out, and if it breaks down, you'll always get another opportunity. But we saw that we had lower highs and higher lows coming up and pinching a lower high, but not the best one. So if you're not in the short, don't short now unless you're willing to put your stop, and you can miss a trade, and that's fine. But psychologically, I would say just wait for this trade to set up. There's going to be, trust me, much more opportunities coming up. They can only squeeze this sideways for so long. And again, I'm with you in regards to saying this is a frustrating market, but don't let it take you out or say like, the hell with it, the market is rigged. It could be rigged, but if you want to trade it, you're going to have to just accept some things that you cannot change. Okay, so we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I will go from there. Again, 8:30 is the big meeting, and we'll continue to watch it. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow in the morning.